Greetings from the sunny south of France, near Toulouse, in Osville. Well, the sun is kind of hiding behind the clouds. But anyway, it's good, it's peaceful. And I wanted to talk about two things in this video. The first one, my first lipstick experience. I'm in a college, a public college, and already my look for them is quite shocking very often, like this outfit, this lovely pink stuff. It's very shocking for most of the students. And it's always fine for me to play with my gender, so sometimes I go there wearing a skirt, and it makes a lot of people laugh, and I like the energy of the laughter. I don't really believe in respect. Love, curiosity, interest, humor, fun, these things I believe in more than like respect or stuff. So it was kind of very interesting. And to me it was not intimidating, although to other people it was very intimidating, seeing a man with a beard with a lipstick. And there were some adults who were laughing very hard, and it was good for me to to observe it when I was in the canteen, the place where we eat. And there are about maybe a few hundred people coming to that place every morning, and also a lot of students who were laughing. And I was also hearing some funny words like folle, which in French it means like crazy or stupid, but it's also used for gay people, for feminine gay men. And although I don't identify myself anymore as a gay man per se, I mean, I don't have any sense of any strong identity whatsoever, but it's fine. Like being identified as gay, trans, or whatever. It's fine to me. So this was the first thing, and here I am. It may start for those of us who have never done this, just like this, as simple as this. If you don't have any skills, any practice, you've never done this. Of course, I'm just doing it like in front of a very small camera and stuff, so not careful enough, but it can be as easy as this, and it can make you as fabulous as this. So this takes me to a very different place, the place which I always loved, the world of drag scene and watching RuPaul's Drag Race and Drag Conference. I'm asking myself, like, how much time will it take for me to get there, if I ever gonna get there? LA, New York, etc, etc. But it's fun to observe all these desires, all these transformation. Of course, there are also people to whom I'm a big inspiration in my motherland, like Armenia, the place where I come from, and also here in France. And also some students who look up to me, for whom I'm an example, an interesting and unique being, etc, etc. So it's kind of fun. And the second topic, it's kind of interesting, where my free-mindedness has led me, and now I am banned from entering the college for a month. This is a decision taken by the head, the principal of the college, because there was a small group of students who accused me of either having had sex with them or trying to have had sex with them. I did not understand this last bit. So it's kind of very interesting to go through all of this. To me it's fun. So I'm not really, there is no sense of shame, there is no sense of guilt, there is no sadness or something. I bless each experience, I'm thankful for each experience, and it's kind of interesting to get into this place. And some of the students are quite homophobic. For instance, talking to me like face to face, sometimes they use words in French such as PD, con, tonton, which are kind of like fag and can't in French, in English, and etc. etc. On one occasion, I also discovered that the brakes of my bike were kind of touched, and it was kind of dangerous at that moment. And still, to me, again, all the life itself is a game, and so even those little things, I don't even feel like blaming these students because I was also homophobic when I was young, and it's kind of sometimes you get to that place in which you really feel like you need to protect yourself, etc., etc. So instead of trying to stop these homophobic jokes, for instance, or trying to blame someone or trying to get justice, etc., etc., I'm like trying to get into the energy of curiosity and love. And one technique which I find useful is mirroring. Like, do you want to play this game? Okay, I will accompany you. Let's walk together and see where it leads us. And this is what many people find unattractive and shocking when you mirror them and their behavior. It's kind of fun. So these few students, they would always make jokes and ask all sorts of impossible questions, like about my own sexuality, my own sexual practices, which is fun to me, which is great, which is cool, and making jokes about everything and discussing all the things which they never discuss with their parents, their peers, etc., etc. So I'm an interesting outlet, an opportunity for them to discuss all these topics. But however, it's fun to see that when you try to touch also or respond with on the same level with same personal questions or personal jokes, they get crazy because there is this lack of confidence and they are being afraid of being perceived as gay or something. So this is where I have come, and also I have to leave the house I'm staying in because it's a house of a head secretary of the college. So I'm forced to leave the house, but again, I'm neither sad nor disappointed. It's all interesting to me. Each time when some door is getting shut, there is another door which gets open. And so I wanted to also, Emmanuel, darling, I feel like maybe this is a wonderful opportunity for us to meet. We have never met with Emmanuel, but it's a gender fag or gender queer or whatever, a free individual, beautiful expression of life. And darling, if you have any place for me to stay, like both of us to stay, or some friend or whatever in Toulouse or Ozville, ideally, or whatever, let me know, darling, because I have to find a new place to stay, and I'll keep you updated, and it's kind of fun to go through all these experiences. And by the way, the accusation of corrupting the youth, it's kind of so interesting to see this going through the centuries. For instance, it was Socrates who was accused of corrupting the Greek youth in terms of sexuality and in terms of mental stuff, ideas and thoughts and ideology. So he was forced to take a poison. So he was kind of killed. And but in my home country, we have this Armenian Apostolic Church. It's like the Catholic Church, very powerful and stuff. They have their priests, blogs, and 90 plus percent of the population are Christians and stuff. The country is ruled by Republicans and stuff. So back in there also, I was accused of the same thing. There was my the image of my face, and like, be careful, this young man is corrupting Armenian youth. So it's kind of a compliment for being accused of corrupting, because I use well, it's not even that I use, but the shock therapy, the fact of being shocked by someone else's looks or life or the level of freedom they are in, it's kind of an interesting place to be. It allows people to also revisit their own ideas, thoughts, the perception of the self, etc., etc., etc. So I'm not at all like afraid or ashamed or whatever. I'm just passing through all experience, good and bad, and being like an observer for all of these experiences. So thanks for watching. Maybe this means something very, very new, a birth of a new maybe drag queen or something. I don't know. Maybe a new personality will be invented on the basis of all these events which are happening to me. And see you.